Hey guys, I can't believe I have trouble doing this, but why not just do part 3 today and maybe part 4. Um, guess what I found? I found the reprint! Yay! This is what I was talking about earlier about reprints. Some reprints has a redesign and this is one of them. This was one of my cards, that's why I was in YGO. It's cards that you use against Dollar. Like E-Face Kyber, my pretty sure look. But it's everything is sort of yeah. So magic and traps, spells and traps are things that help a player out in a pinch. So I'm not gonna mess about. I'm just gonna do this thing as well clear as I can, but as fast as I can before it decides to stuff up again. Yeah, sometimes YouTube sucks with recording, but hey, that's all I have. I don't have the flashy kind of webcams and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, back in the day, there was magic cards. They were called magic cards for at least about 4 or 5 years. In Japan, don't know how long. Well, I think anyway. I don't know how. I think for around 2006 or something. I can't remember. In English, it was like for a good amount of years until GX came along, and it ended up being changed into South. Exact same thing. It's different. It's colored kind of like a greenish sea blue, even though it is green. Right? It's sea blue, kind of like a sea blue green or aqua or whatever. Different from, it's way different from an effects monster. Instead of having the monster, it has the name of the picture of the spell, the name of the spell, the what it is, where it's from, it was first edition, limited edition or not, flip, the code, and the copyright is above the foil. Some people forgot to mention on top there's kind of like an icon. Every card has this. For a tribute, that's for monsters. It helps you with certain cards. With some that I'm going to say, and one of them I'm going to show you, you need a thunder. Some of them you need particular cards. So, this one's about relating to getting spell cards. That's why it's called a spell. Like, discard one spell card, then target on another one in the opponent's graveyard. In the movie, Paramount Light, it was like discard one to play the other one, trap from your field and use it as your own. Real life, you target your opponent's graveyard, then you can use it. So some of the effects on the anime is different. A good example is the live stills over the American events. Like the past one that finished yesterday was Yuki vs. Mai. I'm not gonna spoil that much, but all I can say, watch out for the Karibo. Then you understand why the the day effect for the real life effect for multiply doesn't go as crazy as the anime. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. So read the cards. Okay. read their effects. Now, traps are similar but different. Different colour, all like that. Kind of like a pinkish reddish. Sorry, it's no. Kind of like that. It has different blurb, different icon, different name, but the rest is basically the same as a magic card. There's a picture of what it is. There's the code. There's the copyright, the foil, where it's from, if it's exactly named like with the fifth edition or whatever. Bam. Only difference is the effects. This one is the summon 1 level 2 or lower warrior type. Most of the deck you can but the thing is when you activate it you can't attack, basically. So summon them like, oh yeah, I'm able to summon a fresh card. Oh wait, I can't attack. Even though they could they were slow, so the face on me like, okay, that was stupid. To be quite honest, there is no normal magic. Sorry. So still, so I was going to go up the hall. Alright. There's also different kinds of magic and traps. Quickly go through them. I won't go in the proper, unless there's a particular part I want to point out. This one here, it has kind of this affinity sign. That's got a continuous magic card. You see this, the same icon on the trap? It's called a continuous trap. As long as these on the field, you can use the effect. The only way for it to be off the field and you're not using it is just giant grenade. There's magic gemma and trap gemma. There's also mystical space typhoon and other cards. Even, of course, Abby's Better Master. It's so powerful that it had to be on the forbidden list. I don't know if it's going to still be on the forbidden list in the September ban list, but hey, my deck is still a work in progress. It might be snuck in as a restricted. Okay? Next one is Clip. There's two sorts of classes. This is one of them. These are called Equipped. Okay. You will see by, if you look very close, it's a bit more close. There's like a cross kind of thing. Same thing with this one here. This helps your monsters boost, well, power, defense. Some of them have nasty after effects, some of them don't. Some of them you need particular monsters, like Electro Whip, you need a Thunder, okay? A Thunder attribute to make it work. While this one here, you can just whip it on any monster, and if you want to keep it, you just pay 500. That's what I mean. When I mean 500, I mean 500 life points. It will be covered in the demo. Alright? About life points and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna leave it to you, though, for that one. And all that kind of stuff. Very powerful. Like I said, some of them have a nasty after effect. Alright. Next one. Okay. Need to get rid of. Sorry to breathe like that, but hey, another card. Anyway, now these are called quick play. These is like trap cards. These you've only 3 that connected to magic cards alone. The quick cards is one. This is another. If you can look carefully, and then the style, then to the magic. Remember, magic styles, exact same thing. I'm just showing the past and the present. It has like a lightning bolt. These ones you can play as trap cards, and it can be used like trap cards. Sometimes you can just play it out of your hand. Trust me, if you have this in your hand, or you put on the field in any of the video games that have a match set, this is gonna be annoying. Like, you have activated a better face. Do you want to activate the cards? Yes. This always comes up. Really annoying, but it's really helpful in duels. I think by memory this is on the restricted list. Could be on the next ban list. I do not know. I have to wait until September, which is next month. You can play these spell cards, I'm just looking at my notes, at any time, any phase of your turn. Hello girl, go back to sleep. Kinda like that. Sweet. Some of them you have to pay, some of them you don't. But some things are but these are really helpful. Yeah. This is when the tributes come into effect. Welcome to Field Styles. This, let me look closer. Can you see a different kind of cross? Plus, sorry. Make sure I say the right word. Over. Can you? I'm sorry, using cross. I mean, it's plus, sorry. Can you hear that? Mr. Goo behind the laptop is crying. Sorry to do that. Anyway. These are important if you want a really good boost. But on the flip side, if your opponent has the exact same attribute, it will power their monsters too. Like, this is the two of how much the original classic feels. Like, there's mountains, there is forest, there is wasteland, there is Yumi, which is for the aqua. There is Yami. Yes, there is a card called Yami, etc, etc. But since GX came along, there's more variety, and it keeps on building and building, and all that. So some players do have skyscrapers, so keep an eye out for. Like I said, these affect all monsters on the field. Doesn't matter if it's for you or your opponent. Like, this spell can get rid of them, these field cards can get rid of them. I've got a card called Field Barrier. It destroys the field card, but prevents any other field cards being played. Now for the last one, it's a trap only one. It's called a counter. A counter is the effects of other cards when used right away. don't read out notes, but that's basically what it does. If you look very closely, put it up, you can see an arrow. That is counter. Basically, in layman's terms, you can just get rid of any cards that explode. Okay? Like this one, some of these ones are quite nasty to your life points. Is pay 1,000 of your life points to negate an activation of a trap card and destroy it. The Silver Talisman Bandit is very hard on your life points, but very wizard on your half. So on the list, Sarah's gonna make a noise. Yeah, that's Sarah. Yes, it's still until I get probably another binder and some pages, because I've got a lot in here. I've got 2 tins and equal about a 2 tin and a half. Alright. So you can see how many magic and traps you can on your turn. Best to do it around main phase 1 and main phase 2. Unless it says you can play it during your battle phase or standby phase and all that kind of stuff. I can't decide to go on because I want to put music on here. Thank you. Anyway, you can remember main phase 1, main phase 2, unless stated otherwise. There's a difference. I'm looking at my notes here. See? Same notes as before. You know it's from an official guide. They always keep updating, so keep an eye out for when you get like a structure deck or a 10 or whatever, make sure you get the latest one. I'm planning to get the Deal 10 like I said before, and we'll have an updated one of those. Okay? Still the same thing, but it will be updated. Anyway, make sure I got the right one. So remember, icons give them certain powers in the game. Okay? To become like the best duelist, you have to know them. Okay? Remember, continuous, equip, quick play, field, and counter. The only icon that counts for both is continuous. Equip, quick play, and field are magic only, and counter is for trap only. There is a few rules for them for it, so I'll just read them out of the guide. This was done last year, so that's why I'm probably going to get an updated one when I get the Deal 10. Probably the second thing, but okay. This has been all over the years still pretty accurate. For spell cards, you can play these right from your hand. You can only use it during your main phase of your own turn. There's main phase 1 and main phase 2. Follow strict instructions on the card, and unless it is a continuous or otherwise, you have to place it in your graveyard. Trip cards still is the same thing. Follow instructions, and when you finish with them, unless it's continuous, follow that, put it in your graveyard. The difference though, you have to set the trap cards that's basically face down before using them. You can use you can use the cards at any time and any turn. So it can be your opponent, it can be your turn, but there's a catch. You can't use it as first. Let's put it aside. Use it on your turn when it's hit. First hit. Second no. So yeah. Basically now, since this part is over, probably the last one, which is basically extra things before I put the link in the description, and you can see how the game works. You still won't be the only one who will be healthy. Leo and Luna will be there as well, or Rua and Ruka in Japanese. Some say Lua and Luca. I don't know why they call Leo Rua, because to me, every time I hear Rua, it's a mature Māori. Last tips, and yeah, so part 3 is going to come, it's now in, part 4 will be coming in, but after this, it will probably include, what to expect, like, just the last minute tips, basic, kit, which I need to do myself, where to go, and all that kind of stuff, and the official site as well. Just for the cards, the official site for the anime is gone. Oh, sorry, girl. So yeah. See you in part 4.